for over 8 minutes with his hands behind his back as if he were handcuffed during a Black Lives Matter demonstration. I'm not sure if it is better or worse that this self-humiliation was done voluntarily. What I do know is this type of thing will cease to be voluntary if these subversives get their way. I also know trying to appease this mob is not going to help. The crowd may have been yelling, "Thank you, Chief," while he performed this self-deprecation, but at least one bystander remarked, "It's not enough, but it's a start." Nothing will be enough to satisfy these people. That's because they are not primarily civil rights activists. They just use that as a wedge. They are primarily Marxists who want to tear down and rebuild our entire society. Don't take my word for it. Just read the Black Lives Matter's BLM website. They're quite open about what they want. We disrupt the Western prescribed nuclear family structure requirement by supporting each other as extended families and villages that collectively care for one another, especially our children, to the degree that mothers, parents, and children are comfortable. I hope I don't need to tell you that every communist since Plato has wanted to break up the nuclear family and have the village raise the children. But it isn't just this disturbing passage on their website that otherwise somewhat obscures the communist principles of this group. Take a look at who founded the organization. The bio on Opal Tometi's TED Talk webpage says, she is a student of liberation theology and her practice is in the tradition of Ella Baker, informed by Stuart Hall, bell hooks, and black feminist thinkers. Baker, Hooks, and Hall were all well-known Marxists, Hall having founded the New Left Review. BLM co-founder Patrice Kahn-Cullors sits on the board of the Ella Baker Center for Human Rights, and their third co-founder, Alicia Garza, is Special Project Director for the National Domestic Workers Alliance. Saying policing in America began as slave patrol, Tometi suggested that police departments should be eliminated and the officers who currently protect us from violent street gangs, murderers, and rapists be replaced with social workers. And, of course, a lot more of our money. Tony Williams, a contributor to another left-wing group called MPD 150, signifying the 150 years the Minneapolis Police Department has existed, told NPR that we wouldn't need police if we just use public health approaches and getting people resources to meet people's needs. Crime stems from inequality, and if we can take care of each other, we won't need police. I'm not sure if this is a cynical attempt to leave Americans even more at the mercy of the violent street gangs, both homegrown and those pouring over our southern border, or just the most acute case of that mental disorder called liberalism I've ever seen. So when there's a bank robbery or a home invasion, they're going to send in social workers? Lots of luck with that, liberals. Of course, this will all be after we've been fleeced for even more of our money to provide the resources to meet people's needs. It's always one more handout that will solve all of society's problems, until it doesn't. Then it's another and another and another. So no, this is not about the wrongful killing of a black man, which I myself wholeheartedly condemn. This is about much more. This militant, communist group, Black Lives Matter, has gone mainstream, with the left-wing multinational corporations trumpeting their brand. They previously led the movement to abolish the Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, and now want to abolish police departments. It won't stop there. They will eventually call for abolishing the nuclear family, capitalism, private property, and the rest of our way of life. This is what we're up against. COVID-19 was a real public health threat, and George Floyd's killing was a genuine wrongful killing by a police officer, possibly even a hate crime. But the reaction to both has been pure opportunism by the left to destroy what is left of our capitalist economy and our borders, language, and culture, just as Mao Zedong tried to do in China. They must be stopped, and we must stop them. By we, I mean anyone who doesn't share their vision of a cultureless, borderless, socialist slave camp run by liberal bureaucrats and woke multinational corporations. This is our fight for America. The Corona Catastrophe. History teaches us one undeniable reality.